The Rakan picked in an awkward position for Keria earlier on in the season as well. That didn't go all that well when that gamble was taken. Starting on his blue, as you can see, was easily able to take down the Rift Scuttler as Zeka gets into the river. Seismic shove, we didn't really want to watch because Zeka just gets thrown back into a bunch of rocks and then is taken out. That's Diablo getting the kill as well with a Void Seeker, which is a big deal. Walk out of the way. Peanut going to utilize that advantage to try and go for some grubs here as Kellen's going to make his way in. That's a flash, but nothing else. As he's trampling, but otherwise not really finding anything there as the rocks go down. Seismic shove going to push Peanut towards them. One grub already secured here as the wall is going to go down. And now Zeka going to get interrupted, so he does have to flash. No Realm Warp for you. So first grub does go over to HLE as Wind becomes lightning and the grub becomes back in its house.
Well, you gotta be careful. Oh, and Kellen doesn't connect again.
Kellen's doing some weird stuff this game. However, I guess grub advantage over to BNK. Side to Gwen versus Kaiser is feeling like it's pretty good for the Gwen. As Peanut, as we say it, pops over the wall and is going to be able to take down the grubs.
Simple exchange.
Yep. That was only the first streak as well, so not exactly the earliest one. Snip, snip, goes Zeus. As Diablo just walks into the mist. It does get moved. Kellen being frustrating here.
Oh, TP coming in. They're looking for this.
All right. Seeing whether they can collect at least one of these grubs. On a ward is Raptor. That is 2 grubs picked up by Peanut, though. As now the Talia comes in, but HLE able to regroup. BNK, I don't think they're going to be able to get one of these. Kellen's going to move over. Raptor can actually get into position. Chains of Corruption comes down. Great flash from Delight as he does manage to get the quickness off. That is the secure as the Glacial Prison goes completely wide, and BNK now just want to get out of there. Zeka on a flank angle is pretty scary. Here from HLE is Delight on the spot, but that ward has been shut down. Now Zeus just looking to deal with the minion wave. Delight with the quickness, trying to charm them all up underneath this turret as the teleport comes in. Zeus trying to keep himself alive and does so for a long time. Eventually does go down, but now HLE, can you find anyone? As Diablo's in trouble. And, ooh, not quite enough with that spell flux from Zeka. On through. And Peanut gets the inside track. Kellen now, it's his turn to rotate over. Zeka and Delight still here towards the top side, but nothing they can do about this turret. As BNK continue to make the right moves around the map.
Function did find the upset. Took a while.
Ooh, really nice moves there from Clear. I don't know whether it's going to be enough, and in fact it's not. But the sidestep with the Ghost Blade movement speed, kind of cute. As BNK going to be trading it for the second dragon of the game. Moving closer and closer to a soul point angle. As his Chemtech is going to go down. Next will be an Ocean, a little bit unfortunately.
I just think it's... BNK FEARX are in a good position, but I'm still worried.
Yeah, me too.
Zeus on Gwen, scary prospect.
I think the only thing that's sort of keeping me in it as far as like this Gwen is not going to be as much of a problem is that we just saw it lose. So it can lose.
I think Clear is maybe dead. Nope, Raptor's here to cover him, but it still could be.
Yeah, Zeus is going to throw out some needles towards him. Great Hammer going to boop him back, but there is the knock-up. Peanut setting up that Q very, very nicely, and Clear doesn't have a turret to run back to. As now Zeus wants to try and keep Raptor and Kellen away as Peanut and Delight get the work done. As the teleport does come in, oh no, Kellen, I think he might be just cooked. That's a triple knock-up with the Pulverize, and then he just gets turned into mincemeat. Down he goes, chopped up by the Gwen.
The only consolation prize is there's no Atacant up right now for HLE to move over to, but just have Cleanse. Probably gonna have to use it here.
Yeah, the Ghost has been popped here by Viper as they see that Diablo has gone north.
Oh, he is.
And now he's likely to be just dead. Chains of Corruption will get cleansed, and then his life will also get cleansed.
You know, sometimes you can just not click your buttons.
The rest of his team, but there's an angle here for BNK to go for something perhaps. As Zeka finds himself on the wrong side of the wall and will have to flash over. Still, the Drake is going to be denied. HLE will lock down their first of the game. Probably the best of a bad situation here for BNK, though. Being able to get the flash out of Zeka is certainly something.
Running down, forcing things like the Alistar ult without fully committing. It's just very difficult for BNK FEARX to react to. And more gold for the Gwen.
Aggression. Kellen getting softened up a little bit, but the piercing arrows don't hurt as much with this version of... Okay, never mind. Diablo immediately having to hold as the Seismic Shove onto Peanut. The Crescent Guard not quite working out there as he is taken down. The quickness doing some work as Diablo just getting cut up by this Gwen, and he will get shut down. Now Zeka fighting against a couple as Vikler and Kellen trying to keep him at bay, but it's Peanut and Viper on the floor, and the Weaver's Wall should be able to lock down Delight as well. BNK finding the team fight despite Diablo going down.
Yeah, managing to get on top of Viper, who, even despite having the flash, ends up going down. So we saw Zeus get a lot of value in the fight, but his team kind of fell apart. Zeka did just get the level up for the Rod of Ages. A lot of low health bars, but still not willing to take this encounter.
Oh, nicely
one
done.
goes down. BNK FEARX able to pick that up, but
well,
no, quickly,
maybe.
give me answers. Why not? I need to tell them.
Yeah, Raptor is going to get zoned a little bit here by Zeka, though, so that is just the Voracious Otacon taken. Clean, no worries. It was the right play.
We didn't say why not, and HLE, they got it done, so...
Oh, BNK were like, well, maybe we'll take an inner turret as our response.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. With it being Voracious Otacon, it's not so much about the Otacon itself, as it's what you can get with the buff. So far, a minion wave.
Ooh, Hex Splash. Going to get Kellen amongst it. Azeus in a bit of trouble, or is Diablo? And the answer is Diablo. Never mind, it's a beautiful seismic shove angle, and it doesn't matter at all because Gwen exists, ladies and gentlemen. The needlework is gorgeous. Raptor trying to get out of there, and he will be able to make his way out, but Diablo's now on the floor. We're just doing the Baron. Look at how quickly it's going down. This is absolutely ridiculous. Down to 6K already. Raptor trying to get in there, but the Grand Entrance has to be avoided. Zeka holds him in place, and there it goes. Headbutt pulverized there from Kellen. Let's see whether they can find something. Another double seismic shove, and another one that means nothing.
Great reading the situation. The Dragon would have been, I'm going to be honest, basically meaningless.
Yep.
A long way away from Soul still. If HLE would get it, it'd be mostly a denial from BNK FEARX. The Baron take, very significant now, pushing down mid. That tower was already low.
Yeah, this one's going to go no matter what they do.
Yeah, goodbye.
So thankfully, BNK aren't going to invest too much in trying to defend that one, but can they keep their inner turret alive is the question, because with this Baron and the Voracious Otacon buff, HLE are so incredibly comfortable. Zeus in between turrets right now, does go golden as they take down the turret. That's going to be their priority, is now Viper getting engaged on by Diablo. He supercharges into the backline. The knock up a little bit too late, but still, he goes down. Zeka finding a lot of damage, but Kellen not hit by the last Q and will keep himself alive. A lot of withdrawals. Now coming in for HLE.
He's very scary.
He is.
The turrets as well. Oh my lord.
Yes, that turret is no longer alive. Because there's a lot of AP.
Yeah, I blinked and
that's called compromise.
this is Ocean Soul. Realm Orb coming in.
All right. Oh! Zeka just gets out of there, as now this could be a little bit of an awkward spot. Viper in the pit is a scary one, as Peanut just going in. Seismic shove is decent, and Vikler creates some space here as now the charm comes through. Zeka goes golden there as well, and it's Viper starting to pop off in the fight. He's down to 50% health, but I don't know whether he's under any threat. And now Zeka finding damage onto Diablo. The Root Prison is out, and down he goes. Oh, never mind. That was actually just the Dragon. Diablo goes in, but he gets knocked up and destroyed. HLE, they leave the cow alive.
To punish him, because why would you anticipate that? Why would you anticipate the enemy AD carry teleporting right into the middle of your team?
Yeah, there must be a reason. And as it turned out, there wasn't really one. As now Kellen gets grievous wounds onto HLE, and HLE responds by destroying his Nexus. It was definitely a lot closer than a lot of us would have expected, but HLE still going to come out on top in the end.
If he fades cold and he attaches it to Peanut, unforgivable. There's only one person. When I look at that team, there's only one person.
Okay, yeah, so now you don't even need Zhonya's on cannon.
You just launch him in.
Oh my god, he's continuing to fish. Oh wait, no, this
was from level 1.
The replay. Yeah.
This is so you know where the gold came from. This is thank you very much. So you can see the live evidence of the 3 gold.
Zeka just playing right on the edge, and he picks up first blood. How did that even happen? Look at Vikler's face. It's like, what the heck? Oh. I mean, I'm trying to find the positive. Wait, maybe he just dies in a 1v2. Oh my god! He still gets the crash. Vikler has moved over here, and Zeka unable to get on top of the Skarner now. He's eaten through the potion. These autos not quite working. He lands the chain, has the Kingslayer, flashes over as the chain lash connects, and he dies. But that was way too close. Raptor from going over the wall there. It's not a dash. It is just a drive.
The wall slam was on cooldown already, so the wall forced him away. And I think the big thing is how Zeka played a hit level 6 first, ulted Vikler to force him back, force him low HP, and then able to move over and secure all 3 grubs. So pretty nice, and especially since they're not traded, I think HLE very happy with that.
Yeah. All right, clear going in. Zeus with the answer immediately. As there's the flash in onto Vikla. Zeka gets on over. The gravity field not going to quite work. And even though Zeka hits the chain onto a minion, it doesn't matter because he closed the gap. And down goes the Victor one more time. Heal comes out from HLE as now Viper is just shooting these arrows into Diablo. The flash after him, and he's got the bailout. He's definitely getting this kill. And now Kellen might be going down as well. Raptor able to do a bit of a drive-by just to keep the Nico alive.
You know, he just grabs Yul. He's like,
oh yeah.
And then immediately you're like, yeah, do we want to fight? Perhaps not. Perhaps we don't want to fight into that.
Well, it is just going to be the dragon secured by Peanut. Troll ward, and has absolutely no idea that the Skarner was here. Arrow just going to throw him underneath the turret. The Impale comes through, but the hostile takeover is already there. Delight trying to keep himself alive, but it's not going to work out as Viper at least softening them up a whole lot with this volley. And I don't think Peanut can actually stick around here, able to at least get one of these as Zeka is towards the bottom side of the map, grabbing plates. And Delight goes down, but I think it was a noble sacrifice once again. Good down. And Kellen and Raptor will be able to grab the scraps here.
I mean, just a sneaky play from Raptor. You know, Peanut being on the top side, I think Viper and Delight felt very safe.
Wow. And BNK just kind of flubbed that one, you could say.
Yeah, oh no.
Oh dear. Clear is dead, ladies and gentlemen. And there is no way for him to get out. That's going to spell the end of the turret. That's going to be some feats of strength going on over the HLE. Some upgraded shoes are going to be the least of BNK's worries, though, because Diablo is just going to get thrown into the wall and murdered.
Yeah, uses a cleanse as well.
Oh dear.
It feels like this game is quickly spiraling out of control. An avenue to get back to this game, but I guess you have to just play around picks. You know, you ban Viper's flash.
Oh, that's a flash in from Clear. He's going for it, but he will get stunned up again. The dash cannon is done as Zeus, oh, he was thinking about it. The flash! And he just kills him with a W. Oh, you do not challenge the God of Thunder on his champion of choice. As now this could be a pick-off onto Delight, but he actually finds the handshake. The immediate response is just gorgeous as Zeus doesn't really offer too much help. He gets the bailout, and let's see whether it's actually going to work out here as Peanut goes in, but it's not going to be enough. Kellen likely to go down, and he does. Still a good trade, though, as Diablo still hopping towards the Poppy. Two on the floor on both sides. Zeka now moving on up, and if you trade evenly, you trade up if you're losing. Oh, never mind. You don't trade evenly. There's the Fate's Call. That's going to pull back Peanut. As we know, it is off in the jungler as Diablo might actually get something done here. Is okay, we're flashing, and Peanut is just dead.
I'm just so disappointed, not with Peanut at the end, but that the Fate's Call is on Peanut. This is dead now.
Okay,
now
there it is. Tanglebubs is going to hold him in place. He does have his ulti. Arrow is sailing down as well, and it's going to crash directly into Clear. He gets himself the counter-strike, but unfortunately, it's still going to be the end of the Jax. And Zeus, he's just back to farming.
Away from them more and more.
A little bit of spiraling perhaps happening, but there is a lot of craziness happening on this map as well. It's not a perfect game, you know, we're not having that conversation. BNK still able to grab 5 kills so far. Some fast and loose League of Legends, and no better Dragon Soul to augment it than the Hex Tech. And we've got a Ruinous Artican as well, so this is going to be some fun. As Delight moving up towards his top side, his Rakan.
Full levels.
Can they kill him? That's the question. Pop Blossom is going to at least knock him up. There's the Impale connecting as well. He does manage to get the ulti off, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough to keep him alive. It will be in trade for this Ruinous Artican on the top side of the map, and the Rift Herald is going to be employed just to take this inner turret on the bottom side. That is a lot of extra money going over to BNK FEARX.
I mean, I think it's the right play. I think you have to do something. You're not going to fight them at Artican, but this does not feel nice to give over the Ruinous Artican. When you're already down in experience...
Oh, we're driving. We're driving.
A little bit.
And he gets another charge. There we go. And that turret's going to go down. So that's 3 turrets. Okay. Getting some money back.
And Peanut's just killing all the flowers.
Yeah, I mean, ignore this. The pedal advantage is going to be absurd.
If Nico pretends to be Zeka,
that's going to balance it out. Zeka is going to show how strong he is at level 15 by fighting Raptor momentarily, but he gets smashed into the wall. Fate's Call comes out here from Diablo just to keep him CC'd, and Zeka does go golden. Those sticks getting dangerous as he does find himself an Impale, and he's got the bailout there as well. It will get procced as now Diablo's in trouble. He's taking so much damage, but he will actually keep himself alive. And now Vikla having to deal with Viper, throws down the gravity field, as now Clear will get the flash out from Viper, and BNK, they find the angle.
Yeah, but just clean with it. Kiting like an absolute beast. I was like, yeah, maybe the lethality cluster would have worked better. I take back what I said. He was so clean in that fight. Typically a situation would expect them to struggle, and suddenly that gold lead, 1,000 the difference. And Peanut, once again,
out of it until you're out of it. Yeah. You know, you really do need that Nexus to explode to really determine the end of the game. As we're fighting once again, poplossum entirely whipped there by Kellen, as the rest of HLE trying to get over here, but Peanut is just dead. He says, guys, I was here this time. And as it turned out, it didn't matter because Zeka wasn't, neither was Viper.
Okay, so, and then one Dragon from Soul.
Oh.
So,
all right, Viper not going to be able to sidestep that one, as Raptor pulls him in, and Diablo just dancing towards him. That's a dead Viper once again. So now a gold lead for BNK FEARX. I mean, what the heck was that? Okay, Zeus is terrifying. We knew that already. Let's see whether BNK can actually find a team fight that they can win. As there is the ulti that is going to get rid of the Kalista. She's not in the fight. Down goes Kellen. It is the Dragon secured by BNK. Viper is free hitting though. And now Vikla gets closed in on by Zeka. The flash over the wall, but the Q connects from Zeus, sorry. He grabs a double as he'd already dealt with Clear in the 1v1. And HLE, I think they've stopped with the funny business. It's time for Baron, and maybe they want to actually win this game.
Yeah, Peanut ult there was huge. Doesn't manage to get the smite in the end, but the thing, just space on the map. If you can kind of put BNK FEARX into a position where they're cautious to leave their base, it can be devastating, but they're not even in position to defend.
Oh, Arrow is actually going to stop the back. And so now Raptor is forced to stick around, or at least I think that was Raptor. It's kind of hard when there's a Nico on the map. As Kellen, he was actually there. He's looking for a flank angle as Raptor is now just going to waddle his way over.
Oh, TP's coming in.
Yeah. Can Kellen get this poplossum to work out? He doesn't have flash. It's going to be hard. As now Raptor gets closed in on. There is just impales happening all over the place. A decent poplossum does come on through as Diablo fighting against Zeus. Zeus goes golden, but Clear gets into position. There's the Mikhails onto the cannon. And now Diablo nowhere near. And Clear does not have the counter-strike, so it's a double kill to go over to Viper. And I think HLE have decided to stop with the weird play and decided to just win.
Seems like that's the way. There's a lot of wave clear from Vikla, though. And Diablo being there as well is still a threat. We'll see what they can do, but this is a tall task, 2v5.
Yep, the Pierce is actually going to stop that one as Heroic Charge doesn't land. As far as the stun is concerned, another Fate's Call to come on through here as, Zeka was trying to read the flash. Vikla is likely just dead as Viper's flash forward, and he picks up the kill onto Diablo. Kellen respawns, the Nexus turrets are going down, and HLE, oh man, it got a little bit weird in the middle there, but ultimately are able to get the 2-0 over BNK FEARX and will end this round robin after a bit of time. We are just waiting. The minions have all been taken down. I was on a big old spiel. Finally, the Nexus does go down and HLE will finish off.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.